On February 13th, the MLB sent out a press release announcing that their jersey providers, Nike and Fanatics, were rolling out their new jerseys for the 2024 season. They announced their new Vapor Premier design, meant to be more breathable, lightweight, waterproof, and maneuverable. All in all, this announcement should have gone off without a hitch. It might have even generated some praise, all things considered. However, it didn't. In fact, it became a PR nightmare for the MLB. Fans circulated pictures on social media making fun of the jersey's apparent poor quality and design. Journalists began to report on the frustrations of players towards the jerseys. The Players Union is getting involved. But how did we get here? How did one of the biggest sports leagues in the world end up with such a cheap-looking jersey and such a PR disaster? In 2017, Majestic, the company that had produced the MLB's jerseys since 2005, was purchased by Fanatics, an e-commerce company that was previously known for its online store of licensed professional sports apparel. This was a major step for this company, as it was their first venture into manufacturing apparel, and since then, Fanatics has experienced a meteoric rise. They've acquired several companies to greatly diversify their product line, including Top of the World, Windcraft, Topps, Mitchell & Ness, and EPI. They've started several new ventures, including a sportsbook, which was supplemented by another acquisition. They began producing fan merchandise for several NCAA programs, and they've continued their main business of keeping exclusive selling and distribution rights to most major sports. It is clear that the primary goal of Fanatics is very fast growth. They've raised billions of dollars through several rounds of series funding with the intention of growth and expansion. In 2019, Fanatics partnered with Nike, who needs no introduction, and signed a new deal with the MLB to provide the jerseys through 2030. From 2020 to 2023, they didn't rock the boat that much. This was their first jersey deal that they had signed rather than inherited, and the business made numerous pivots during the pandemic. As a result, this new 2024 jersey, which was actually debuted during the 2023 All-Star Game, is their first real change to that setup. In the partnership, the jersey is designed and engineered by Nike and manufactured by Fanatics in the same Pennsylvania factory that has been producing MLB jerseys for nearly 2 decades. Nike's partnership with Fanatics itself is rather unremarkable. According to a correspondence through The Athletic, it's pretty common for one company to create the jersey and another company to actually make the jersey. The money exchanged in these deals is just for that brand's corporate logo on the jersey. The leagues or the companies involved don't seem to be too bothered by who is actually producing it. However, for whatever reason, this partnership has led to a concerning result. Now, it is worth mentioning that many of the players have talked about how the new jerseys are indeed more comfortable, lightweight, and breathable. And while we should note that these players are almost all Nike-endorsed athletes per Uniwatch, this is most likely a fair claim. Yet, on the other hand, some players have questioned whether or not these jerseys actually need to be ultra-lightweight. And at the root of the discussion, according to a vocal group of fans and players, these jerseys do not look good. The numbers look worse, nameplates are much smaller, and the patches are not stitched on. The pants in particular have been torched with criticisms from players. Nike designed them in buckets to give players a more general fit, but players are finding that this few sizes fit all approach ends up giving nobody their perfect fit. To make matters worse, Nike has declined to tailor the pants to each player's specific fitting, which was previously customary. This doesn't even speak to the pants being see-through in many instances. Given all this, many players have made their grievances public. Cardinals pitcher Miles Michaelis says they don't fit right. Pants are no longer as customized, and the fabric is a very different consistency. Cubs shortstop Dansby Swanson noted that the Cubs' distinctive blue had been seemingly changed. Yankees pitcher Tommy Kahnle put it simply, "I prefer the old ones." Other comments follow along those lines. "These pants are made terrible. The letters are smaller. My name is gonna look tiny. It looks like a Walmart jersey." Without any changes, it's hard to see these frustrations going anywhere. Nike claims that these decisions were made for the sake of breathability, but some fans and journalists are questioning whether these were actually cost-cutting measures made by the providers. So, who's at fault in all this? While we as fans don't really know who's making what decisions behind the scenes, multiple journalists are suggesting that this likely falls on Nike rather than Fanatics. Nike was the one that provided the template. They picked the materials, they created the designs, and they chose to remove the stitching, per Stephen Nesbitt of The Athletic.
By and large, these overall issues we're talking about with the design, with the fit, these seem to be Nike issues, and that's where the MLBPA is sort of taking aim.
However, Fanatics doesn't get off the hook here. They accepted the design, and they're the party running quality control, a topic on which they have caught significant heat from fans. According to a not insignificant number of fans across the sports world, Fanatics has a long history of providing questionable quality control, leaving many fans angry at the company and very hesitant to trust them to get this right. And it is important to call out that we can't prescribe blame without knowing the full details, but the responsibility does fall to somebody, whether that's Nike, Fanatics, or the MLB. With all that being said, what comes next? As of this recording, neither Nike nor Fanatics have responded with an official statement announcing any changes. The MLB itself hasn't released anything more than the aforementioned press release, and the MLBPA has said that they're having conversations with the league. With spring training well underway and opening day coming up fast, we might see Nike make a change to their jerseys, and we might not. Any changes would require a very fast turnaround in the design and manufacturing process, and after Nike has already sunk project costs into the Vapor Premier chassis, they might just stay the course and hope that this PR challenge turns into a PR hiccup. As for Fanatics, CEO Michael Rubin released a statement saying, "We're purely doing exactly as we've been told, and we've been told we're doing everything exactly right, and we're getting the shit kicked out of us, so that's not fun." This statement, for whatever it's worth, didn't seem to sway public opinion in Fanatics' favor. In 2023, Fanatics announced that they signed a deal with the NHL to make the jerseys for the 2024 season onwards, after Adidas and Reebok decided not to renew the manufacturing contract. And as expected, many fans are not excited with this development, regardless of whose fault the MLB fiasco is. As noted, many fans have experienced quality control issues with Fanatics products, including their NHL jerseys made for fan purposes. Interestingly, many of the complaints made about their fan merchandise can be seen in their new MLB jerseys. Materials are thin and cheap feeling, stitching is poor, and numbers and logos are often damaged or printed incorrectly. Many fans are reporting that even simple things like the spellings of players' names have been done incorrectly. Whether or not their on-ice jerseys suffer the same fate as their on-field MLB jerseys remains to be seen. However, player and fan frustration will likely remain high, and hopefully we'll see a resolution before opening day. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more stories behind the sports.